Have you ever wondered why you don't trust yourself the way you trust other people? Why is it hard to stay consistent? Why your confidence feels shaky even when you know what you should be doing? The answer might be simpler than you think. It's not because you're incapable, it's because you've broken too many promises to yourself. Think about it. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, I'll wake up early, I'll go to the gym, stop wasting time on my phone. I'll finally work on my goals. And then tomorrow comes and nothing changes. Most people think confidence comes from winning, from making money, or from getting in shape, from achieving success, but confidence actually starts much earlier than that. Confidence is built when you learn to trust your own word. Imagine you had a friend who constantly made promises and never followed through. They tell you they'll show up, they don't. They disappear. Eventually, you stop trusting them. Now, here's the hard truth. Many of us have become that friend to ourselves. I'm guilty of this myself, but we've made promises, broken them, made new promises, broken those too, and then we wondered why we don't believe in ourselves, why we struggle with discipline, why we lack confidence, or the reason is simple. The truth is built through the trust is built through consistency. Even with yourself, even every time you keep a promise, you make a deposit into your self-respect. Every time you break one, you make a withdrawal, and eventually that account runs empty. That's why keeping small promises matter so much. Not because the action itself is not not because the action itself is life changing, but because it changes who you believe you are. Reading 10 pages a day, going for a walk, or making your bed, waking up when your alarm goes off, that seems small, but every time you follow through, you're telling yourself, I do what I say I'm going to do. And that identity is powerful. A lot of people are wanting to feel motivated, but motivation comes and goes. Trust lasts. When you trust yourself, you don't need motivation every day. You must move because you should and you would. You show up because you gave your word to yourself. You stay consistent because your promises mean something to yourself. The people we admire most aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They're often the people who have learned to honor their commitments, especially the commitments nobody else sees. If you're trying to change your life, don't start by making bigger goals. Start by keeping smaller promises. Pick one thing, one commitment, or one promise, and keep it. Then do it again tomorrow and the next day. Because confidence isn't built in a moment. It's built every time you prove to yourself that your word matters. And at the end of the day, the relationship you have for the rest of your life is the one you have with yourself. So make your word mean something, keep your promises, and build trust with yourself. And watch how your life begins to change. And if you're on your own journey of growth, purpose, or becoming the person you know you're capable of becoming, subscribe to this channel. This is a search for purpose. And remember, the promise you keep in private determines the person you become in public.